Welcome to Reach the World ASAP. My name is Pastor Scott Griswold, partnering with ASAP Ministries, and I have with me here today Pastor Jimmy Shui and Pastor Sam Nala. Now, you handsome men here in these beautiful blue shirts, what are you doing here? Where are we at together?
We're here in the church planter boot camp.
In Florida, of all places. Gorgeous weather. It feels really good to be down here from the cold north Indianapolis. So this normally, it does not have a refugee track, but this year we have a full track for church planters who are involved in reaching out to refugees. Has there been a good turnout?
Yes, it's not bad, but we still want some more to join with us for the next year.
Definitely. I think for this time, even though we have a good turnout, next year we want to have maybe 3 times more than what we have this year.
I am thrilled. I mean, the room is just packed full of people from around the country. There are Karens, Chins, Zomi, Miso, Burmese speaking, and then others as well of
Yes.
other groups.
We have Laotians and we have also Eritrean
Yeah.
and Arabic, so it is.
Vietnamese.
Vietnamese, yes.
To me, this is like the first time I've seen this really happen, where
Yes.
groups come together, not people talking about reaching out to them, but people themselves who came here, who are foreign-born, but are on fire for the gospel, men and women like you who have been doing this. For those who don't know, who are listening, Pastor Sam, you've been involved in church planting in Indianapolis and encouraging Chin groups, particularly
And Burmese,
elsewhere, and Burmese. Pastor Jimmy, you've been all over the country supporting and encouraging the now 50 Karen groups, right?
Yes.
So you're training up other leadership, other ones that are growing. And today, after everything was finished, everybody could go off and rest and relax. I saw your group not leaving, not going anywhere. What were they doing?
Here we discuss about getting more people to involve in this ministry work. And apart from that, we also think about our brother and sister, those who are not speaking the same language like us, especially Kareni group. So we also think about how to reach out to this family. Also, what shall we do? These are the things that we also discuss about it.
So you were talking together about a specific unreached people group, a specific group of people from Burma, from
Burma,
Myanmar.
yes.
You called them the Kareni?
Yes.
Is that what you call them back over there?
We call them either Kareni or Kaya.
Kaya.
Kaya, yes.
Okay.
And I think what inspired us is what we learned today, especially in the morning. We had seminars based on Matthew chapter 28, especially where we are called to reach out to every tongue, nation, ethnic, tribes, etc., and so forth. And as you can see, majority of our Adventist church members from Burma are from the Karen, from the Chin, and from the Mizo. But when we look into the Kareni, Kachin, and other language groups, we don't have any Adventist presence. I mean, we don't have at the moment any Kachin church plant. We don't have any Kareni church plant. We don't have any Shan church plant. We don't have any of the Rakhine or any other language church plant. So we want to do something. And I believe that this is the right time and the right moment to do it. And God inspired our hearts. And I think that was a good start.
That's very exciting. I think we have, close to 150 tribes in Myanmar, right?
Yeah.
135 officially
135
recognized
officially, and then other
others,
groups divide
yeah.
into little ones.
dialects, yes.
So, and about 50, close to 50 of those are considered unreached without a solid
Definitely,
gospel
yes,
presence. So
yes.
this is very, very
Yes,
crucial, very
yes,
important.
yes.
So what are the steps forward? Pastor Jimmy, what is your group, all you together, what are you going to do?
We start talking about how to get a leader or a pastor to reach out to Kareni group. And from there, we also discuss how we get him to come here, and not only to get him here, but how to support him. That's why we also talking a little bit about fundraising for supporting the leader among the Kareni people.
We have at least 2 or 3 people, pastors with track records,
Experienced
experienced
pastor.
track record pastors that can come. I think the challenge that we have been facing is that we need a dedicated, qualified, godly Kareni pastor or a leader. At the moment, we don't have. have that. In San Diego, there's work already in some way among the Kareni. In Phoenix, Arizona, some way among the Kareni. We have Kareni in Indianapolis. We have Kareni in North Carolina. We have Kareni in many states. But the challenge is we need the right, capable pastor who can in turn teach and train other Kareni people so that they can reach out to other Kareni groups here in America. But we need to start with a good pastor. I think that's where we are at the moment. The need is there.
So how can this money possibly be raised?
Yes, we said that maybe we can go back to our old place and talk or share with our church member, and that we can do some fundraising among our church member. And apart from that, we also want to ask maybe ASAP or RM or North America divisions to contribute or to help us to support our leader, those who can work with the Kareni people.
And I think what really inspired, we as church planters that come here today is that we don't want Arizona conference or maybe a California conference, maybe one of the conferences in California, or the Carolinas conference or Indiana conference, just to be responsible for it. But we want to be let me put it that way, co-sponsors of this project.
Yes.
We want to take ownership of it. We want to take the initiative, and we want this to be not just someone's project. We want it to be our project. We want to own it. So the difference is the ownership element is involved. So once we own it, that means we will contribute it. Once we contribute it, it means it will become a part of the ministry and the gospel as we know in Matthew chapter 28.
Wow, this is so exciting to me because I believe that's what our people across North America need to be doing for all the unreached people groups.
Yes.
We have Somalis, Pakistanis, we have Hindis, we have people, Buddhists, Hindus, Muslim, Jews from all over the world
Yes.
here in America. And because they're not in our churches, they are not in our circles, we are not thinking about them,
Yes.
but they are the least reached in the
Yes.
world, and they've not had any opportunity to hear the gospel in their own language or in just to make an American friend, many of
Yes.
them. So what you are doing and the call to sacrifice together and to partner with others who have a heart to do it is a model of what we need to all be doing.
And we hope that this will create a ripple effect. Because if we as refugees and immigrants that get $8 an hour or $9 an hour can do something like this, and I think we would like to empower and inspire the rest of our African American friends, our Hispanic, Caucasian friends, to seriously look into the unreached people groups here in North America and say, what can we do? We can't just put it on someone else's shoulder. We have to take ownership of Matthew 28. I think that's where it boils down to.
Amen. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing. I know you were traveling, you were serving, you were reaching out all the time, and I believe God is so thankful and blessed by you men. But really, we know this is just the love of Christ moving in our hearts to reach out, and we want to pray for God to raise up much more.
Amen.
So I want to say to those who are listening, pray for the Kareni people and ask God to raise up the funds and the individual that can lead this work across North America. And you yourself, if you want to, you can contribute by sending to ASAP Ministries for the Kareni people, and we'll combine it with whatever they raise and whatever others can raise. And that is the way that we can see the work finished as we pray and find out who's around us, begin to plan and strategize how to reach them, and then earnestly sacrifice and get involved to reach out. If we will do this together with the Holy Spirit, I know that we can reach the world ASAP.